What is good? I mean, what is really good, my people? It is UK. Trying to remember dr.blick, the darkest man around. And today, guys, I'm here with Venge for Warburg. Say hi to the people, man.
Yo, what is good, bros and bros? It's finally good to be back, man, because I was sick as shit last week, and that really ruined my YouTube flow, so it's great to get back on the grind again, man. So thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem, man. It's great to have you on the channel, as always. And today, guys, we are going to be talking about Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. It's been a while since we spoke about that, but we're going to talk about how, like, can this game be a positive impact in terms of the future of Naruto games? And what I mean by that is, can this game be the turning point for Naruto games? Because we had Storm for 10 years. Can this game be a game that we can look back on and go, wow, this actually changed Naruto games for the better? Oh, this is why we're getting variety, different types of Naruto games that you have with Dragon Ball, and like you have with One Piece Burn and Blood, with the way they're trying to experiment with the right formula and the right way to take the game into terms of the direction. So, Venge, what's your thoughts on this?
Oh, this is like a pretty interesting topic to just, excuse me, talk about, because of the simple fact that if you look at the kind of games that we've been getting like the past year or two, the hype games were for the most part like more on the fighting game side, which isn't a bad thing, especially if it draws a crowd quickly, which it kind of does, especially for YouTubers that wants to kind of like, I guess, like generate a following based on a game that everybody else is talking about. Because like, you look at Xenoverse 2, for example, it was nuts how that went down. It even went as far as Call of Duty people talking about Xenoverse 2. But one of the issues with the kind of games that we've been getting for quite some time is just the fact that it's only focused on one genre. So any other type of genre that we would get for a franchise would not do as well. And then if you look at some of the games that we get that's based on another genre, it's never received as well as those fighter type games. So this would be huge for, you know, Naruto and other anime franchises abroad, because that would mean that if this game is good, then that would mean more variety in terms of Naruto games, and Bandai Namco would be less hesitant, because see, Bandai Namco had developed this mindset over the years, like if a certain game is not selling, then they're not going to focus on that. And this is critical. If we finally want to get a more thriving market for anime games, there has to be variety.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with you saying that we have to get variety, because when you look at it this way, yeah, Xenoverse 2, or Xenoverse as a whole, a lot of people started looking at it because it was new, because we never had a Dragon Ball game like Xenoverse. We have never had a Dragon Ball game in the shape of Xenoverse. What this does is give the Naruto community and the Naruto fandom a breath of fresh air, because look at it this way. We've had Storm for the past 10 years. 10 years of the Storm combat system. A lot of people are sick of it. So getting a new game like Naruto the Boruto Shinobi Strikers, of course, there are going to be people that don't want to change, that want to stay in the same bracket, fighting games. But there's going to be other people that are just going to be like, finally, bruh, no more BS, no more CT2. Just a breath of freaking fresh air, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, boy.
Finally, man. Like, a lot of people are going to be like that when it comes to this game, because we get rule running. That's pretty much embedded in the combat system. We get a game revolved around the team system. I know people could be worried about it, because there's a lot of stuff that this game has to focus on in terms of being successful. Because look at it this way. This game needs to have game modes, because it's centered around online aspects. So you gotta have game modes, a lot of stuff to play with friends, and the combat system has to somewhat be good, because even though this is not technically a fighting game, it's still gonna have fighting game elements, So it needs to cater to the fighting game elements that it's gonna have, and since it's not gonna have a in-depth story mode or features like that, it's gotta have features that replaces that with good value. You know what I'm saying? Like games like Rage and Blast 2, they got rid of the story mode and they didn't really replace it in a good way. They put stuff like Galaxy Mode, but no one cared about Galaxy Mode.
Right.
People ended up playing the base game for what it was, and it didn't sell well because of lack of content. So this game needs to show us something to give us a reason why we should be looking forward to the future of Naruto games, rather than sitting here going, oh my gosh, bro, we should have just stayed with Storm.
Right.
CC2, bro, come back, please. we don't want to be in that situation. Yes. We don't want to be in that situation. So people need to be careful on what we like with what they want, and also this game needs to prove a lot to us, because with Storm, we know what we're expecting. We know there's gonna be some BS, but we also know that the combat system is gonna be playable. It's not gonna be garbage to the point that you just completely despise Storm. You're gonna get somewhat of an enjoyment out of it if you played the Storm series before. With this, we don't know what we're getting.
Right.
We see some cool stuff. We see some graphically, it doesn't look as good, but rumor has it that this game kind of got leaked out early. But this is a rumor, so I don't know. But like there's a lot of stuff that is there to consider. And yeah, that's pretty much what I gotta say. Ben, you got anything more to add to it?
Yeah, I actually do. I like what you were saying about content, because like this is the huge question. If the focus is primarily online, like you said, this is extremely vital to the success of this game, is that they have to provide content. Now, obviously this is an anime game, right? So it's not like we're going to see constant updates over the course of 1 year. But I'm going to mention a game, and the reason why I'm bringing up Grand Theft Auto 5, even though it has nothing to do with anime whatsoever, it's like that game, they had a lot of content when it came to their online, so many different things to not only do, but there was even frequent additions to the online, like the online component. Like you had a lot of different modes. Like one of the things that really stood out to me was when they added new race courses. And I remember when I was playing those with Flash, and it was a lot of fun. So it's like content is definitely extremely important, because I would hate to see this game go up in a puff of smoke, and then you have then we're back at square one again, where once again Bandai Namco is looking up. We're gonna have to go back to the stuff that sells, guys. This is not working. Like, this is like the crappy thing about Bandai Namco's way of thinking. I'm not saying that they're a terrible company and they make horrid decisions, but they focus so much more on the profit that everything else is benign. They don't give a shit about it. And it's like when you have developed that kind of mentality, it's like quality diminishes. It's like the games wind up becoming like sports games, where they're drilling you with the same shit every time with minor tweaks. And like that's like one of the biggest things that blew my mind over the course of a decade, because like I said, I'm a hardcore gamer. I play all kinds of games. I've been playing games for years, and ever since the PlayStation 2 era has ended, there was less creativity when it comes to like developers, less creativity that's being encouraged by the publishers, which creates this huge disconnect when it comes to quality games that's truly worthy of the $60 price tag.
I totally agree with that, because like the thing about most companies they're scared to take risks. is the consequence of it flopping. And with this game, if it's advertised well, this game will sell. Like, I have no doubt about it. Even if it's garbage, if it's advertised well, this game will sell. The only way you're gonna know it's garbage is if you play the game. But if it's advertised well and they do all the stuff correctly in terms of advertising standpoint, even Xenoverse 1 was advertised well, and you got a lot of people hating that game. Like, now you think about it, like Xenoverse 2 was advertised well, you still got a group of people disliking the game. Obviously there's people out there that like the game,
yeah.
But the advertisement is key for this game, and I feel like it's gonna get the right advertisement, and the Naruto community, majority of them that want a breath of fresh air will support it. Even the old ones that are kind of skeptical on it, they will still support it. May end up hating it, but they'll still support it. So in terms of it selling, I think it'll do well. It's more of the reception and the reaction that they got to be concerned with. And like you said, the PS2 era was more of the era where companies weren't scared of taking risks, and they weren't like, no, this ain't working. Okay, well, let's go back to the cash grab. Bring out Storm 5. Storm 5.
We need to spread them cheeks, bruh.
Bruh. Storm 5, bruh. CC2, come back.
Oh my god.
No, but like I said, they're scared of taking risks. They want to stick to what's easy, and that's pretty much one of the, I can't really say one of the reasons why like Storm was a thing, because Storm was obviously a good franchise. It was improving and also taking some pros out of itself, giving itself cons, then giving itself pros and cons. You guys get the gist. 2 step forwards, 2 step back, bro. Yep. You're in the same spot. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. It's just pros. It's just they need to advertise it well, and they need to make sure that they are willing to support this game, not abandon it like they did with other games. I'm not gonna name it.
Burning blood.
But yeah, man, you got anything else to add?
Yeah, real quick, because I don't want this video to be 20 minutes. So, Burning Blood, I just got to throw this out there, because like you said, advertising is important, and they did a horrific job with that game in terms of advertising it. So they definitely better do their homework and put in that work. It's not that hard to post announcements over Twitter, bro, because we didn't get any of that with Burning Blood, and I felt like that's one of the primary reasons as to why things turned out so bad, because it came down to smaller channels like us literally just like dive in the depths of YouTube just to find news that Bandai Namco is not necessarily advertising, and they're the fucking publishers, bro. That's a poor job. So don't fuck up with this game. Really, do not.
And yeah, guys, that's pretty much the video. Venge, thank you for being on the channel again.
Thank you, man. Thank you, bruh.
But guys, go and check out Venge's channel. Link will be in the description below. I highly recommend it. Go there, subscribe, support, all that nice good shit, you know what I'm saying? Go there, support, put the bell on his channel. I also put the bell on my channel.
Do that.
And yeah, let me just wrap up this video. So please comment and subscribe. I know I say this all the time, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying, please leave a like, rating if you enjoyed this video. And yeah, this UK Trotler Brother will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Peace.